Ross Gerber is with me now, President and CEO of Gerber Kawasaki, longtime major Tesla investor, now calling on Elon Musk to give up his job in the Trump administration or step down from Tesla. So, Ross, I mean, obviously that report is a part of, what came out of DOGE, Social Security, and Musk. You were one of his earliest supporters, okay? So, and you've finally reached this point. How have you come to this point at this time, asking him to, to name a new CEO given his other job?
Well, it's people like Ned who are now, keying Teslas and protesting in front of the showrooms because they're so unhappy with the decisions he's making in government and all the divisive Nazi rhetoric that he keeps spewing. So there isn't more that Elon could do to turn off customers from Tesla. I really don't think there's more he could do. So if he's going to work in the government, I'm all for it. Work in the government. He's obviously doing a great job, right? And if he's going to work at Tesla, then work at Tesla. But there's some other CEO that runs Twitter. Linda Yaccarino has done a great job dealing with Elon and running Twitter. And then we have Gwen Shotwell at SpaceX. So
Yeah.
Why isn't somebody running Tesla?
Can I ask you though, because, and obviously he's got, you mentioned Twitter, there's Neuralink, SpaceX, the Boring Company, all of those don't necessarily publicly trade. But Tesla is something that touches every American, right? SpaceX does not touch every American. Every American can take a vote on Tesla and whether they buy a car or not. Does it matter whether he's the CEO or not? I mean, it is just so inextricably tied to him, right? This is not an issue of, and maybe, okay, and I'll ask you in a second if it is an issue of how it's being run. But it's really an issue of his face and the Tesla brand being together.
Right. That's the biggest issue, along with the continued missteps within the operations of the company, which aren't as big of an issue as the image and marketing problem that the company now has, which in my mind is in a crisis at this point with literally terrorist attacks on Tesla showrooms, people burning the most environmentally friendly vehicle ever made is clearly like the worst thing that could possibly happen to the company. So yeah, it's Elon. And I think, I warned about this a year ago that Tesla needed to work to separate itself from Elon, and Elon's worried about Elon. He's not worried about Tesla. And now it's really come back to roost in a negative way. And I don't know if we can separate the brand now from Elon. It might be too late.
Well, that's the question here. And also, this would go well beyond him. I mean, I don't know if you would blame him for all of this, but, the whole Cybertruck situation, putting aside, right, the crisis for sales that they have for Tesla and Cybertrucks, but they're recalling a majority of the Cybertrucks because exterior panels are peeling away and could potentially fall off while you're driving. It is the 8th recall, Ross, issued on the Cybertruck. I mean, I don't need to tell you, but I mean, I know you're well. 8th one, he called it, remember, indestructible, bulletproof. And this is the 8th recall. I mean, that is terrible, right? No car company would be proud of that. So what that seems to be bigger than Elon.
Right. And that's the other side of the rub is not only is he destroying the marketing, but the operational, performance has been mediocre at best. And, it's not uncommon for cars to have recalls, especially highly advanced new vehicles like a Cybertruck. I drive the Cybertruck every day and I personally really like it. But there were missed opportunities with the Cybertruck and flaws, but there's been flaws with every Tesla that's come out. So don't think that this is not a new thing for Tesla, even when Elon was there full time. It's just part of the way they do things. They're much better at software than hardware.
So Trump's Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick was publicly recommended people buy Tesla stock. He went on Fox News. Yeah, he said, if you want to learn something on this show tonight, buy Tesla. Okay, so
the Commerce Secretary is recommending stocks, Aaron. I mean, this is a problem, don't you think?
It's not appropriate. But you could say that as an investor, though. But how much does that bother you that this sort of thing is happening and it's just sort of blasé? Okay, Commerce Secretary went on a business show and recommended people buy a stock. Oh, the stock of the guy who sits with the president every day.
Well, how about a president of the United States who doesn't drive doing a car ad when he hates EVs and then picking the old Model S instead of the Cybertruck? It's literally like opposite advertising. So I don't think they're looking so desperate. I don't think this helps them at all.
All right. Well, Ross, I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for